bite your tongue, yeah. Don't bite your tongue, yeah. Don't bite your tongue. Mafioso, 803, but you can call me Mafioso. Check out my live reactions, I'ma do my feedback on it. So like, comment, subscribe, show some love when you pull up. Come join the Too Real family, cause we be turning it up. We in the street sector, got live interviews. Too raw for TV, too real for the radio. Breaking news. Don't bite your tongue. Don't bite your tongue, yeah.
Don't Bite the Tongue, back with another one. This is your boy, Mafioso, where it's Too Real for TV, Too Raw for the radio. Do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, set your bell notification so you know when I'm pulling up with more exclusive content. Yo, I was supposed to go live yesterday on Sunday. I'm gonna try to make Sundays my go live days, but been a lot going on, you know, and I just couldn't get to it yesterday. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we gonna get it in tonight. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna open up these phone lines and we gonna talk about everything that's going on in the street sector. Well, not everything, but we're gonna talk about a little bit of this, a little bit of that. I ain't gonna hold y'all too long because I know y'all probably on the other channels, you know what I'm saying? I think Choi's World live right now, and you know, pretty sure there's other people that's gonna be live. So I ain't gonna hold y'all too long. We gonna do our little thing. We gonna get into it on how we do it, and we ain't gonna bite our tongue, you know what I mean? So what's all been going on in the street sector? Yeah. Tragedy and Feisty. Yeah, let's talk about them. We're going to talk about Tone and Eliana and, you know, whether they snaking Marcus, you know what I'm saying, or not. Tone called the police on Marcus, you know what I'm saying. We're going to talk about that. But yeah, how do y'all feel about Tragedy and Feisty? They was, you know, it got kind of hectic this week. Feisty end up having a miscarriage with Tragedy's baby, if I'm not mistaken, you know, allegedly, you know. Shout out to Feisty, sending you warm currents that everything, your health and your situations get better, you know. She got a lot of slack for that incident because everybody like, wasn't she just pregnant, you know, with Polo's baby? You know, why she keep getting pregnant and going to the hospital and having all these complications, and you know, then some people like, why she keep going to the hospital? You know, are they going to the hospital just because they need somewhere to stay at? It's all kind of speculations. She said Troy had touched her on the butt. She's standing on that. You know, Troy say he ain't do it. I mean, not Troy, Nick. Nick say he ain't do it. So it's gonna be a little bit of this and a little bit of that until everybody, hey, we got the Queen Rewind React in the building. Shout out to the Queen. Y'all make sure y'all go subscribe to her channel, you know what I'm saying? So the question is, I might do a little panel tonight too. But I ain't gonna be on here too long, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's a little bit too much going on, I would say, with the situation, because it's a lot of people coming out the woodwork, you know. Some people, is people lying, you know, is who telling the truth, is all of them in cahoots with the storyline, you know, everybody snaking everybody for the change, Do they got all us fool, all us looking stupid? Do they got all us going against each other? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. What y'all think? I think it's a whole lot of hoopla. You know, I think a lot of people is getting scammed out of money. Um, Shout out to the Mink crews because all of them got channels except Tragedy. So that's my thing. Like, okay, while y'all in the hype and y'all buzzing, capitalize on all this exposure y'all getting. That's the thing, you know. And how long is Feisty and Tragedy relationship gonna last? Cause don't no female want no broke nigga. You know what I'm saying? So that ain't gonna last too long right there with that situation, you know, because it's always gonna be basically the only thing it take is somebody with money to pull up on Feisty. And she gone. If somebody pull up on Feisty right now with a car, an apartment, and some liquor, she gone. Cause that's all she said. All I do is drink. And give her some music, oh, she gone. Cause then, you know, Tragedy ain't gonna be able to stop that. You know, cause what is he really providing for her? He trying to be her voice, but she already got a loud voice, you know? And she's gonna have to come to a situation or ultimatum where you gotta either choose yourself or don't choose nothing, because ain't nobody gonna keep messing with Feisty as long as she got Tragedy running behind her all the time. You know what I'm saying? That ain't gonna work, cause you ain't bringing nothing to the table. You know, only thing we see you doing is going off on her chat and rolling up some pen joints. Rolling up them skinny guineas, them skinny minis. You got tightened up, man. You got to start rolling some hard legs, some baby legs. You know what I'm saying? Put a 3.5, put a 3.5 in that thing, man. Look like you rolling a 0.3. You got tightened up, man. Cause it's showing, you know, you got all the bags with you. Y'all, you know what I'm saying? We want your situation to get better. You know, nobody don't want to see nobody homeless. And then Marcus told y'all, fine, you go on the website. This is the budget. Find y'all somewhere to stay at, and I pay for it. So, what? Hey, if it was me, you ain't only got to tell me one time. Oh, what's the budget? Oh, how much? How much you gonna pay? Oh, man, I'm going on. I ain't even got to go online. I'm going downtown where they had them jobs where people work today, get paid today, and I asked them, hey, y'all don't know no private owners that be renting out rooms? Yeah, if you say they budget is 175 to 200 a week, they can get a boarding house. You ain't got to get no hotel or no Airbnb. You can find out somebody who will rent you a room where you got access to the bathroom, the kitchen, lights already included, wash and dry, all that's included, you know, and you just pay the little weekly fare. And you could take that little $200. You might find one for like 150, 175. Put that other little bit of money in your pocket, and boom, you good. I don't know. I don't know. And see, it's like, okay, you can't have pride when you're in a mess up situation. If you out here broke and hungry and you ain't got nothing going on, you can't have no pride. Nah, you gotta take what's available for you. You know, if somebody trying to offer you something, you got to take that, you know, and run with it until you don't need it no more. Okay, appreciate you, Marcus, for giving us a room, giving us somewhere to stay at. You know, we got our little bit of money up, and boom, we gone. We doing our own thing. You know, the stepping stone. Okay, you want to make content? Okay, let's make some content. Let's discuss the numbers now. Okay, how much we gonna get paid? And Marcus already letting Tragedy know I don't really need you, bro. Like you really cutting in. Like Marcus told Tragedy, you ain't even got the, you know, since you don't rock with me, you don't like what I'm doing, you thinking I'm getting over on Feisty, you ain't got to get in the videos no more. I could just roll with Feisty. And Feisty ain't checking Marcus about that. If she really was with Tragedy like that, she supposed to check him, be like, nah, Marcus, we together. If you want me, you got to take Tragedy, you know, as a whole. But she's sitting there with her mouth closed. She got her eyes, you know, batting her eyes, rolling. And you know why is he acting like that? Because he done had her already. So he already know, you know, because basically, Feisty yes man in Marcus. She agreeing with everything Marcus do or say. Why? Because Marcus got that bread he gonna pay. And they ain't got nothing else going on but the money Marcus gonna give him. You know? So Tragedy gonna mess around and throw Feisty out of the loop. You know? Or I can't blame Tragedy because Tragedy is just being Tragedy. Feisty gonna mess around and let Tragedy throw her out the loop. Yeah. Cause he ain't doing nothing but side kicking. He ain't doing nothing but side kicking and acting like a bodyguard. You know, she reading all the comments, you know, on her channel. And, you know, one thing y'all got to realize, you cannot beat this internet and everybody ain't gonna always have nothing good to say to you. So, like they heard I was watching somebody's channel, I think it was Grandma, she say Feisty punched the phone because she can't take the comments. Well then, if you can't take the comments, Feisty, you don't need to be a content creator. You know, because people gonna say what they say and talk what they talk. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, it's kind of crazy, man. Y'all call me up if y'all got something y'all want to say on the topic. I might even let me post this to the chat. Y'all ain't got to use your cam too. Y'all can pull up without your cam if y'all wanna. Let me see. I'll post this in the chat. Y'all wanna weigh in with me? Y'all can pull up. You know what I'm saying? And you ain't got to be on cam or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. That's all I want to say on that. So let's talk about Tone and Eliana. Cause right now they on a promo run right now. You know what I'm saying? yeah, they got all these gifts. They got all these toys. Marcus pull up on the episode today. They say we waiting on Marcus to come with the U-Haul. Yeah. They say they wait for him to come with U-Haul so they can get the bed, the furniture. People donating, people sending cash outs. Yeah. So the question of the day is, do y'all think Tone and Eliana is snaking Marcus? Do y'all think they snaking Marcus? Or y'all just think like Marcus he getting what he deserved? Put it in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all think Marcus get what he deserved? Or do y'all think Tone and Eliana snake? They snaking Marcus. Yeah, I know, yeah. Cause it's like Marcus getting what he deserved, or I feel that I don't know because Marcus was doing this before on old you know what I'm saying, on old people, older interviewees. People been donating stuff to just like the girl Maya. She said somebody furnished her bedroom and furnished the kids stuff, you know, and was donating gifts and stuff like that. So he always gets his interviews to look out for his interviewees that's going through something. So that's one good thing about his channel. And he told Tone and Eliana, he said, even though y'all feel like you feel, he told Tone, even though you feel like you feel, I ain't gonna stop you from getting no money, you know, or the people donating, you know what I'm saying? Rewind React said, not really. He making thousands off them. I don't think he should have called the popo. Yeah, man. Keep the police off of them. You know, keep the police out the business because you don't know. Okay, when you call the police and they have your address locked down in their data system, you're gonna be they're gonna have you pinned. Okay, this person right here called the police on me, so we know that be on the lookout for this address right here because somebody might return with some with you know with some unnecessary altercations, or let's watch the house and see if they got anything else going on. So basically, by him calling the police, he messing it up for himself, you know, cause ain't no telling what they doing when they ain't on the camera. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, ain't no telling what they doing when they ain't on the camera. You know what I'm saying? So, man, it's crazy, man. Rewind React said because they gonna need him again. Yeah, they gonna need him again. The only way they ain't gonna need Marcus again is if Tone get a job. Eliana ain't getting no job because she got her hands full with the babies. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think she gonna be putting them in no daycare no time soon. You know what I'm saying? I think I think Tone, as long as them cash outs coming in, and that's another thing. When Marcus say when he told Tragedy, he was like, I need you, Polo, and Tone to get a job. You know, I need y'all to get a job. So the thing he got to realize is, as long as these cash outs and gifts and the registry thing they using off Amazon, you know, shout out to Polo. You know, Polo doing numbers with his channel. Polo, he having a housewarming. He had a lot of people, you know, donate stuff, you know, with his for his apartment, you know, and I seen him looking for a job. So shout out to Polo. You know what I'm saying? He looking for a job. And you know, he taking advantage of this YouTube thing, you know. What, like Rewind React said, what are they gonna do if the jobs don't come through? What are they gonna do if people stop donating to them? Rewind React say the Popo final. You call the jump out boys on me. You and your kids might be out. Yeah, you saw, man. Marcus was like, "Oh, you gonna call the police?" Oh, hey, did y'all see Marcus tried to get the boys out there to get on tone, talk about oh, we on the west side. They don't play that like that around here. Hey, that boy calling the police. he tried to get he tried to get them boys to get on tone for Tone calling the police. You know what I'm saying? Tone shouldn't have called the police. You a man. You shouldn't let. I don't know if Eliana seen you, but I'm pretty sure they watched the Atlanta State interviews. So your girl ain't. You supposed to stand up and hold your house down. You know, you ain't supposed to. If somebody violate, and then that's another thing. When Marcus was asking, he was asking Eliana now. He said, "Do you got a problem with me? Am I doing something wrong?" Because Marcus was showing, he had the text on the video of people that was hitting him up to say, Tone and Eliana, they going live, and they was saying that, basically they getting tired of you. They ain't really rocking with you like that. So he went over there and he was like, y'all got a problem with me recording y'all? And Eliana was like, we don't have a problem with you recording us. It's just that you had a camera all in our face. So I don't know about that, Eliana, because you've been on the channel way before Tom. So if anybody shouldn't have a problem with Marcus putting that camera on the face, it's you. Cause you've been doing Atlanta you've been doing videos with Marcus since Elijah, not Elijah, damn, what's the little boy name? Not Elijah. The other Josiah. Yeah, you've been doing videos since with Josiah. So everybody know if you don't been on Atlanta interviews, Mark's gonna put that camera right in your face. So that was like the little throw off. Yeah, we just tired of you putting the camera in our face. But the whole time, Tone probably was like, man, I don't trust Marcus. Because y'all know Marcus put Tone business out there with him and Dominique. You know what I'm saying? So, right, said, hey, dude. Yeah, because he probably, I don't know if he got a Galaxy. I don't know what he recording on or whatever, but he got to get directly up on people to get, I guess to get a good angle, with the camera, whatever. But yeah, man, he might need to get one of those gimbals. You know what I'm saying? Those little new gimbal recorders that will follow you when it's recording you, whatever. You might need to get him one of them. But yeah, it was like Eliana was making up stuff when he was like, well, what's the problem? It's like it's like she didn't have a problem with herself. It's like Tone had the problem and she was trying to speak for Tone, but she couldn't really explain it. How Tone probably would be going off when Marcus ain't there. Man, I'm tired of that nigga coming around with the camera recording us and all this and all that. I'm getting tired of that nigga. Whoop de whoop de whoop. I'm in his sleep and he come in here recording. I'm in my bed with my baby. I got my shoes off. He picking at my feet. You know. You know what I'm saying? So Tone probably ain't letting go the fact that Marcus will expose him or has already done expose him. And a lot of people don't like getting exposed about bad things that happened to them. Like the car broke down. Like they pulled up, they was doing good. A week later, the car broke down. Here come Marcus. He getting in contact, but he helping. He took Tone to get an alternator. He the dude who was supposed to be the dude who I think he came over there to fix the car. They said that Tone should have got a real diagnosis of the problem before he came over there, because he said it was one thing, but it was something else. You know what I'm saying? So he like, man, I ain't trying to be just, let me bring my scan over here and diagnose the problem and do it, like it's supposed to do. So dude was like, it's the fuel pump. So the whole time, it was the fuel pump. That's what they said today. So Tone snapped on them. Not personally, but verbatim. He was like, man, it was two other mechanics around here. They say it's the relay. You know, they saying this, saying that. If you got 2, 3 people, so-called mechanics, looking at your car, they trying to get your money, bro. They gonna tell you anything. So yeah, man. He was like, man, he ain't know what he was trying to help. He didn't know what he was doing though. He was trying to help me though. So yeah, he had got into it with them. But you notice on episode today, the same dude was out there fixing on the car. So it's crazy how Tone and Eliana just all of a sudden flipped on Marcus. If anything, wait till the cameras get cut off. Be like, yo, man, you gotta chill, Marcus. I know you're trying to get your content, but you know, um, well, hey, we got rewind.
Hey,
What's
can you
going
hear me?
on? Yeah, I can hear you.
Is my TV in the background too loud?
Oh no, you good.
Yeah, look, you had me laughing. I couldn't stay in the text. I couldn't text fast enough. Yeah, you know what? I haven't even had a chance to go over there and watch it, but everybody is talking about it. I'm like, really? Tone called the popo on Marcus?
Yeah, man. He called the Marcus had the he filming and he outside. He's like, what's going on? He said, if you got something you want to say it now. So Tom was like, yeah, man, I'm kind of tired of you put my business out there and all that. And he's like, well, just say you want me to leave you alone. And then he was like, well, you had something to say it in my face. He's telling like, just go watch the video. He said, no, I'm right here now. Say it in my face. He's like,
Wow.
man, go ahead, man. Go ahead. I'm telling you now. So Tone was on live, and then he cut his little live off. He showed Marcus on the live. Then he cut his live off, and then you see the 911 on the phone on the screen.
But do you think that everybody kind of doing that to Marcus because Polo, when he first got in his apartment, because how Polo clowned Marcus, do you think they gave the rest of them courage to kind of stand up to Marcus like that?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because if you notice, you remember Marcus said that Tone asked I think he called Marcus for Polo and Tragedy number.
Yeah,
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure all of them be talking behind the scenes with each other.
that's what I was thinking. Because
Yeah,
it's like everybody hitting him out of nowhere, and I'm like, this almost seems like it's strategic. Like he like everybody on his line all at once.
exactly. Yeah. And they scamming, like I tell people, people look at Marcus as a lick. You know,
Yeah,
he got the money. Only thing we gotta do is come up with a storyline or come up with something we think he might be interested in, and he gonna record and he gonna pay us. You know, cause Marcus B's like, well, last time you said you said something different, and they were like, yeah,
yeah.
yeah, I ain't really want to tell everything. So Yeah, I think but like you said, they gonna need Marcus at
That's what
the
I
end.
was thinking. Yeah, because you know what's gonna happen when they do all this? They call them, the popo on him and all of this, but they always need him for something. So what are y'all
Mhm.
gonna do then when y'all done? Because like I said in my text, like you call the jump out boys, the jump out boys on me, it's over with. It's a wrap. You can't get $5 from me because I don't know. What do you think? I think it shouldn't have went to that extent. I mean, I feel like Tone could have just manned up and told him how he felt. What you think?
Right. I think you're right because, like I said, all the stuff that he done for them, like, come on, man. Even if you want to call the police, you could have been like, "Hey, man, just chill, man. Just
Right.
cut the camera off." Um, I won't call the police because I know I might need him. You know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you know he did. I think it was last year. Sometime he did get Ileana out of jail. I think a couple of times. And she was. I think it's on one of my videos where she was boohooing and crying, saying please. At the same time, she was still acting ungrateful, but she was begging him to get her out, and I believe he did.
Frenchie Syracuse say Tone don't do nothing for his family. What you?
In
How you
fact,
feel
he
about
don't.
that?
He don't, but you know what? I kind of blame Ileana too. Now, but as a man, you would think Tone would want to get up and have something, to help his family out. But on the other hand, Ileana seemed like, I don't know if it's jealousy or not, but she wants him to be like a stay-at-home dad.
Mm,
And it's like, how is that gonna work when y'all need money? That once a month ain't gonna make it all the time.
right, exactly. Do we got a caller? I thought we had a caller. That's right. Yeah, that once a month. And I think the fact that Eliana don't want to be alone by herself
That part, yeah.
with them two boys. So I feel like, you know what I'm saying? She keeping Tone. That's why she keeping around. Frenchie Syracuse say while Tone went missing with the bail money.
So that, yes, he did. He didn't try to get her out. He sure did. And do you remember the time? I can't see the name because my glasses, my screen. I'm on the phone, so my screen low. But I was gonna ask that person. Do you remember the time that I think Marcus gave him money for groceries or something, and Tom claimed that he got robbed. And
What?
Marcus confronted him. He was like, "Well, I don't know if I believe that story, Tone." This was like I think last year or sometime, but yeah, I
Wow.
think Marcus think he blew the money doing something else. But yeah, he went missing with the grocery money.
Probably did. That's crazy.
Ain't
Because
it though?
yeah, because it's like, what are they doing at night? Oh, okay. Frenchie Syracuse say he
Oh
went
yeah,
to
yeah,
buy rugs.
he
He buy rugs or drugs?
did.
is that a misspelling, Frenchie?
No, we try to spell it like that on
Oh,
YouTube just in
oh,
case,
okay, okay, okay,
just in
okay,
case they try
okay.
to strike your channel.
Okay.
But yeah, I believe he did too. And I think that's what Marcus was implying that he did. But yeah.
Oh,
But
okay.
what do you think? What do y'all think about the feisty situation? And I'm not saying in a negative way. I'm just saying that she looked so much more happy and vibrant and everything when she was in Texas. What do y'all think? Like now she
Um,
not looking the same. She looked like she down. She like she depressed.
yeah, I I think so. Let me see. Oh, so fussy. I think yeah, they kind of she kind of falling off the uh, it ain't really looking too good now, you know.
No, I
Yeah.
kind of feel bad for her because, I think it was today. I don't know if it was a recent video that Marcus was showing or if I was watching a replay of one, but it was the scene where I guess they were at somebody's house and they were like in a circle drive, and Marcus was talking to them because Feisty was hungry and he gave her like a Jamaican patty in a bag. And
Right.
he was saying, well, your wife was hungry, and Tragedy was like, what you telling me for?
Oh yeah.
I'm like, dang, girl, you came back for him, and he did. He said, what you telling me for?
mm. Hey, Frankie
Yeah,
say,
so
when you asked about Eliana, he say Eliana lost all that weight and admitted they was doing rubs, and
she
then he
did.
also said, "I'm
I saw
sorry,
that.
she might have that package."
Ooh, you know what? It's sad because any of them could have that, and I'm not putting that out there, YouTube. I'm just saying that it's a possibility that that could be the case, allegedly, with several of them, because it seemed like when they out there, they just sleeping with everybody with no protection.
Uh-huh.
So
Uh-huh.
that's
He
a
say,
possibility.
Frenchie said the white guy called Marcus, he had the package. What white guy?
Are you talking about the one that was in the car with Feisty? I think that's the scene you're talking about when Feisty was getting out the red car and Marcus had pulled up on
Oh
her. And she was in
yeah.
there, and he did call back and said that she needs to get tested because he was HIV positive.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
the
he
guy in the
did,
red car.
yeah, the little he was like foreign or something, man. Yeah, at the gas station. Yeah,
Yeah, at the gas station.
but
You
he
you right.
did call back and said that he was just playing because Marcus put him on
He didn't
on the
want to be on
video.
camera.
Right.
But
Yeah, he
who play
did.
like that, Mafia? So who? I mean, I mean, I don't know if he was lying or not. I think he felt kind of embarrassed after he had put himself out there. But who plays like that?
Yeah, yeah. Playing or not, don't even put that stigma on yourself like that. You know.
And you on a video that's gonna be on YouTube. Like somebody can go back and rewind it. So yeah, I ain't no way in the world I would have put that out there.
and rewind, react will damn sure pull it up.
To show you right. Look, because I was sitting up here now listening to everybody with the Tone Ileana situation. I'm like, they did what? Like, I'm gonna have to go check that out. They done called the Popo on Marcus.
Yeah, it was more of Tone, not Eliana, because Eliana was in the house when Tone was outside fixing on the help watching the dude fix on the car. Then Marcus came out there with the camera on Tone, and then that's when
Yeah.
Tone like gone with the camera. He's like, Marcus like, nah, what you say it in my face. So Tone was, I guess he really wasn't with no confrontation and nothing. He's like, nah, go on ahead, man. I ain't really, go watch the video. Frenchie Syracuse say because he knew he could get in trouble for not telling her before they had sex. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You got a
Yeah.
point.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's the charge, Frenchie.
But still, you done outed yourself on YouTube, and where he didn't really mean to. He didn't know Marcus was filming him, but yeah.
Right. Right. And that goes back to what you were saying too, that they out here having sex without protection.
Right, because
Yeah.
it's
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
no, that ain't
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. And it's like out of all of them, I hate to say it, but
Hmm.
Feisty is like one of the main ones having a lot of Feisty and
Yeah,
Polo.
unfortunately, yeah.
Yeah, is having sex, But it's like, okay, I ain't no excuse for no dude or no female, because I can't say it's bad for Feisty, Polo, but you would people would see a male being a dog
I get
more
what
than
you're
a
saying.
woman just running
Yeah,
through dudes like that. You know what I'm saying? Especially
right.
somebody with kids, and if you seen Feisty first video on ASI,
I did.
yeah, she was smart. She had, she was saying she wasn't nothing. Her mentality wasn't nothing like the mentality she
No,
has now.
no,
Frenchie,
it's
she was
like you could tell. I'm sorry, you go ahead.
nah. Go ahead.
You go ahead. I was
Nah,
just
cause
saying,
you might
yes.
forget. You say you could tell what.
Well, I was gonna say you could tell that she, ASI brought her down because she was different then. Even though in that
Right.
first video, she, I don't know if you remember that guy that was in the background and kept pestering Marcus or what have you. So I don't know
Mm-hmm.
what was going on with that, but I guess he was with Feisty, not like in a
Oh
dating way, but I guess hanging
yeah.
around. But yeah, she
Yeah.
definitely, looked better back then.
Yeah. Yeah. Like he was like her bodyguard or tag along or something. I remember
He
that.
was doing something. He was doing too much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was. But you know what? I was wondering every time I see the scenes where they happen from partner to partner,
hmm
I'm always thinking, and I mean, maybe it's just me, maybe I think too much, but I'm always thinking, like, I know they got some free clinics in Atlanta that give out condoms. I mean, it's
Yeah,
like they everywhere. It's like, so when I think about it, it's like, I mean, it's just a honest question. Like, do they really even care that they like out there raw like that? I mean, it's almost like they don't care about themselves.
I definitely think um that there's people out there that's passing out condoms because where
Yeah,
I'm at, they pay people to go pass out bags of condoms. You know, because I used to work
exactly.
in the barber shop, and you have some people from the D Heck place that come in there with the bags of condoms, female condoms and male condoms. You know,
Right.
so people get paid to pass out condoms. So I'm pretty sure with the statistic high rate that Atlanta has,
Yes.
you
Yeah.
know, that they probably do, you know, especially for the homeless.
And
Frenchie Syracuse said she's sick with something. She bleeding everywhere in and out of the hospital. And
yeah,
and he said the lady said she was bleeding in the pool at Nick
she
house.
did. Batty said that. But you know
Mm-hmm.
one thing about that when you bleeding out like that,
Mm-hmm.
because I'm anemic, so I used to go through having to have different blood transfusions and stuff. But one thing that they used to tell me that when you bleed like that, if you're not consistently going to a doctor, she needs a primary physician because when she was bent over, I think it was yesterday, and she was saying she was in pain.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people think she be faking, but if she got any kind of blood issue or anything like that, it can cause your organs to fail. So it'll make you get weak. So
Mm,
I just pray that she, get some kind of consistent medical care.
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Frenchie said she don't want to use condoms.
Oh wow. Wait a minute. Well, let me shut up. Look, Mafia, so I gotta censor myself. Let me shut up.
Nah, you gotta censor yourself. I ain't monetized yet. You know what I'm
Well,
saying? Speak your mind. You
okay,
know.
well, this is just hypothetical and it's a theory, okay? So I guess I should say for entertainment purposes. I
Mhm.
noticed that that's a pattern because even Marcus, even when he was messing around with people,
Um,
to me, that would make me a little like, what's going on with you that you so quick to give it up and you don't want to use something? Especially when you know
um,
the caliber of people that you're dealing with and you still ain't covering it up. So are you going around handing out mail, if you know what I mean?
mm,
Handing out mail like you FedEx, UPS today? I don't know.
mm-hmm.
You
That's
just
fact.
pass. Yeah.
Frenchie said they have clinics giving out prep.
Exactly, Frenchie. And so yeah, that's what makes it hard to understand for me why everybody, in the cast is doing that, like with no protection at all. And
Right.
so it kind of make you wonder, do they know that they anyway, y'all, allegedly, do any
Right.
of them know that they have something and just not telling them because it's like I guess they doing the Diddy. They said the Diddy parties, so many people got infected, but since they were infected already, they figured, hey, what the hell, and they just kept on doing what they was doing. So that's my
Right.
thought, hypothetically.
Right.
Yeah.
And I remember that what you were saying about the Marcus. like it's like he don't, use protection a lot because a lot of people he done ran into that got pregnant and he had to
Yeah.
have abortion with one of them and
Right.
yeah, I could see that. And now what I would say is like, okay,
Oh.
I could see um Maya and K3 not using protection with each other because they young and they got baby already and they boyfriend and girlfriend and they in a
Hmm.
relationship. So I can
Right.
see that. But when it comes to like Polo, Feisty, and Tragedy, you know, um, even Chaos, you know,
Yeah.
like
Yes.
he kind of questionable too, because it's like, he probably go both ways. It ain't, hey, I don't care what you do. You grown, you do what you want. I don't knock none of it. But
Right.
don't hide it and act like, when Marcus asks Chaos, do you go both ways? Oh
Right.
no, 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 no. Do you mess around on us? Oh no, 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 no. What do you think
Mm-mm.
about Polo? Oh, I am he do what he want. I don't really have no problem with it. So it's like, well, you got a lot of feminine ways about
Yeah.
yourself to say you don't even really roll like that. And you always with a bunch of boys. So, a lot of them be telling on themselves. But I would say being homeless,
Yeah.
you should protect yourself because
Yeah.
9 times out of 10, I done been homeless before, and
Me too.
you ain't taking no bath every night.
Me
Some
too.
days, if you get into the shower, and then half of the time, them showers at them places, them centers be nasty and filthy. You better off
Yeah.
going inside the bathroom and using the sink, washing up, or the truck stop. You know what I'm saying? Cause
Frenchie.
yeah,
Frenchie say they don't want to get checked because they on papers. That makes sense. And she said,
right.
how do you have a miscarriage? Didn't see that
Okay.
part.
Okay, you say they don't get checked because they're on paper.
And then one it was a question about the miscarriage. But
Okay.
yeah, y'all got a point. I mean, you got a point because I don't know. I just can't see somebody even down like you said to chaos. Like, and I believe that he might not. I don't know because Feisty was saying that there was a picture of him, or somebody at one point was saying that. I guess they were trying to say there was a picture of Marcus and Chaos together. I don't know.
What?
But I think Chaos could just have them feminine ways. I don't know if he was just raised by all women. I don't know what you think, because I know for me, I wouldn't want. Well, I ain't gonna say that. Look,
I was raised by all women, and I done been in penitentiary 3 times, and I ain't never been tested or
right.
tried by no kind of way in that level.
But you
Now,
don't come off like that, Mafia. So you sound like, one of them. Yeah, you sound like a dude, and like you ain't playing no
nah,
games. So,
nah, nah, nah,
some of them got
nah.
light voices.
Right, right. And if you're around it, you'll pick up that behavior.
Yeah,
And
I
yeah,
agree.
yeah. And if it's acceptable, you'll be freely with it. And if you're around it so much, you ain't gonna know if you having male tendencies or female tendencies.
Oh,
You know,
Frenchie, that's a good point.
yeah.
That is a good point. She said, "How do you have a miscarriage and then have sex the next day?" Because when you have one of them, you gotta
So
have they gotta clean you out, and you probably be pretty sore after they do their DNC. So I don't know. That's wow. That's a good
that's a good.
question.
And another thing, in Frenchie Syracuse, are you a female or are you a male?
Yeah,
Because
that's what
we don't want
I felt
to, yeah, we don't want to
uncomfortable.
call you out your name, But,
Exactly.
but
Yeah.
yeah. Did y'all peep that when Marcus pulled up on Feisty and Tragedy? she was leaning on the
Yeah, you
on the
could tell she
stool.
don't feel well or something. Something going on.
But soon as in the middle of that same interview, oh, Frenchie say he's a married man. Okay, salute, French. He's a
Oh,
married
okay,
man.
Frenchie. Okay. I'm glad you let us know because I felt bad. I didn't know whether to call you,
Right, yeah, we
she or
don't
he. I
want
didn't know what pronoun to use. So thank you.
right, yeah, we stay respectful over here. But yeah,
Yeah.
did you notice soon as Marcus brought up Nick,
Yes.
all that sickness and all that,
The
she
energy
just
came back.
yeah, like come on. Did you really have a miscarriage?
Like she really popped out and perked up whenever he started talking about Nick going on Troy's World. And her and
Mm,
Tragedy was talking about, Tragedy was like, well, I thought he was private. And so at one point, I thought she was upset and trying to, make it seem like she was more stressed because Nick was on Troy's World and he, you know what I'm saying, and stressing her and the baby out. That's what I got from it. Now I could be wrong.
right. Salute to the wifey, Frenchie. She gave him this handle. Hey, we
Oh,
just
that's what's
you
up,
know,
Frenchie. Salute to your
we
wife.
new to these internet streets, these YouTube streets, and you gonna see a lot more of us. So appreciate you for taking time to, you know, to tap in
Yeah,
with us tonight.
definitely.
And he said, no,
I'm
she
enjoying the
didn't.
questions too, Frenchie.
Right.
Very interesting questions.
Exactly. And I'm pretty
Valid
sure
also.
make sure you go subscribe to Rewind React because I know she's gonna take this and she got her own ideas and she gonna go in the attic of them ASI files and she gonna bring some things back to light that a lot of us forgot about because I forgot
Yeah.
about that time Eliana was locked up and
Yes.
Marcus got out of jail and all that. I remember all that, you
But
know.
see, that's why I was saying that like people now just coming on. I have been around since Marcus channel started, so people now, if they would go to see my page and be thinking, you just hating on Marcus and this and that, without realizing that, no, because I had mad respect for Marcus. I was like binge watching his stuff back in the day because it was so good,
Right,
So it's not like I'm hating. That's one reason why I do go back and rewind because I'm like, I don't want to just give my commentary, from a one-sided perspective. I want to be able to show them, no, this is what this man actually put up out of his own stuff. So let me show you the truth from what he put up. You know what I'm saying? It makes sense to me.
right.
Yeah.
Shout out to Frenchie. Frenchie say, we breed Frenchie dogs here in San Diego.
Oh, those
Okay,
dogs are
we
too
on the
cute.
west side. Well, I don't know if I can afford one of them, French,
I
but
know,
hey, I might
right?
need to reach out when this YouTube channel start popping and on the 21st and I get that check. Hey, I'll holler at you.
I wish he was close because I live alone, so I don't know what kind of pet that I really want, but I know I don't like cats. I don't know if they sound bad or not, but I'm not a cat
Yeah, I
person.
don't mess with no cats too either. But the
Mm-mm.
Frenchies, they pretty they don't grow but so big,
Right.
and
The
they
perfect size.
and I think they can mail dogs, right? They can
You
send a
know,
dog,
you know what? I don't know. That's a good question because I definitely want one. I need a pet or something. I had a fish. Look, I don't want y'all to think I'm crazy now, but I had a fish. I am really like passionate about my fish. I had like a goldfish in a bowl, and I had the goldfish for a few months. I'm sorry, Mafia. So I don't want to take over. I'm just
Oh
saying
no, you good.
my poor little fish died, and I was broke up.
The fish is hard to keep up with. You gotta,
They are. They
yeah,
are.
yeah, because you can't like pour water. When you clean the water out, you can't
Yeah.
pour regular water. You gotta make sure it's at a certain temperature and
Yes.
all that. I remember the movie Soul Plane. Ain't they had the dog in the bottom of the coal pit on the plane.
They said they're not born with. No tail and pointed ears. I don't know, but Frenchies are so cute.
Yeah,
I love Frenchies. They are expensive though, but I love
yeah,
Frenchies.
yeah. So, yeah, you look out for us with that price. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I need one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Um,
because they don't get very big, and that's what I
right,
like about it too. Yeah.
right. And they still got that look the way, like, people ain't just gonna run up on them. You know, they don't know if they gonna be nice or they don't know if they gonna be mean. But yeah,
True.
I don't know how long you think the feisty and tragedy thing gonna last though, because feisty is quick to to move on to the next man, you know, and
You
I don't
know,
think it's gonna be Polo either.
no, I don't think it's gonna be Polo either. But right now, I think going through what she's going through now, and I know people gonna throw rotten tomatoes at me. That's okay. But I think tragedy right now is not in a position to really help her like she needs to be helped. Because I believe that, because we see her sick so much, I believe she would benefit more from being somewhere where she can get her rest and having that type of dude that's, gonna hold her down till she get back up on her feet.
Right.
That's what,
Which,
yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So, I don't know. I'm
which
really
is Nick,
rooting for
right?
her, and I think Tragedy could, do something with himself if he really chose to. I just don't think he wants to.
Frenchie said the next guy that has a house would be the new husband. So she getting some
Yeah,
shelter, ain't it?
yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I think. Especially when you're sick. When you're sick and you're going through something, you really just need your rest. Because that's what I was
Right.
saying. When she was in Texas, she looked so bright and vibrant, and like she looked like a whole different feisty. Almost like it was like she was when she first hit the scene of Atlanta Street Interviews.
Right. And you know what I think? I think Miss Batty, by her coming around, I think that's what ran Feisty away. Cause Miss Batty, if you on one of my oh yeah, the video I made about Nick on Troy's
Hmm.
World, Miss Batty left me a whole paragraph on there. Y'all don't know what
Yeah.
y'all talking about. Y'all just running y'all mouth. It's more to
You say she
she
went in, huh?
she went all the way in. I said, well, I forgot to talk about your part. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting cussed out and I ain't even mention your part yet.
But you know what though? I did a whole series over there. I didn't see her over there, but I always try to be mindful of how I'm representing people and still give my opinion. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? But no,
right.
I didn't see that comment. I'm gonna have to look at that video you're
Yeah,
talking about.
yeah. And then she was like, okay, babe, thank you. And then I was like, well, if you want to come up on the show, on the
Right.
live, because I thought Troy was gonna pull her up by herself and let her get off. Because when he
Yeah, I
asked
did
her,
too. Yeah.
yeah, when he asked her, are you and Nick a couple? Or are you and Nick, are y'all seeing each other? Or, he he
Yeah.
he snuck that in and she got quiet.
Well,
And then
you go ahead.
And no, I was just saying he snuck that little question in, but he ain't ride on it. He kind of left her
Right.
alone with it, 'cause she was up there doing all that cursing and stuff. What you
Yeah,
say?
she had her blood pressure up for sure.
Yeah,
She
she was
did.
cussing. Yeah, she was basically she was kind of letting us know that her feelings was involved.
Yeah, and see, I think that's what people picked. Well, people were left to assume because when they got off the phone, he was like, "Okay, baby," or she said something, "baby," or something, and I think people were left to assume, especially after that question that Troy asked. Yeah,
Right. Frenchie say Batty wasn't having it. Yeah, she
yeah,
was.
Batty wasn't having it at
Yeah,
all.
yeah, because what I'm getting from it is like Nick and Batty, it's like, well, since Feisty ain't with Marcus, just like we behind the scenes. They ain't really rocking with Marcus like that. Let's get Feisty down here. Let's break
Yeah.
some bread. Nick was like, okay, I'll put the money up. Daddy probably was like, well, I'll do her promo. I'll whip up some, edit some videos. I think they had a plan going, to really make some things happen. But the fact that that ain't really your talent, that's really Marcus' talent. So it's like that's just like messing with a female or you messing with a dude off a breakup. You know, like if if you done broke just if somebody just broke up with somebody and they run into another relationship, it ain't gonna work. Especially if it's on bad terms and the relationship ain't being resolved yet. You know what I'm saying?
But you know
Cause
what? I'm glad you brought that up because I have firsthand knowledge on that, and the reason being is because,
mm,
I'm the one that was I'm the children's author that was gonna do the book on Feisty.
oh, okay.
Yeah, and
Okay.
so the reason why I say I have firsthand knowledge because how they came about is I actually asked her because I felt like I wanted to be a blessing to her because I got a daughter that's about her age and kind of going through what she going through, and that's
Okay.
all I could tell on that. But that's why I did the series because I had firsthand knowledge about that conversation, and from we stayed on the phone about a good 2 hours, honestly, Mafiosa, and the vibes that I got from Nick was that he just wasn't on that type of time. He seemed very professional,
Right.
and we both were just wanting to help. But I think he knew her well. In fact, he did. He knew her much longer than I did. Because I think he
Mm,
said that they met back in June,
yeah.
I believe, yeah, yeah, yeah. So for me, that's why I have the perspective I have because I actually talked to him and Feisty, and I had said a brief hello to Tragedy or what have you. But that conversation we had honestly was strictly business, and it's like Nick, from what I perceived on that call, was just he wasn't on that type of time. He really wanted to, help her.
Helper. Right.
Yeah,
Right. Right. And what it seemed to me is like um they didn't have a game plan. Like the
yeah,
intentions was like, okay, let's just get her from the situation and the environment she's in,
yeah,
and when she get here, we'll worry about the rest then. You know,
yeah. I feel you on that. I believe that too. Yeah, I
yeah,
believe that.
yeah. But when Marcus was calling Nick and he had Feisty out of Miss Wanda and them shop, and he
Yeah,
was
I saw
kind of
that.
belittling Nick. Nick probably felt like, okay, I gotta prove Marcus wrong. You know what I'm saying? It's like they had a plan, but they had too many people in the
Frenchie say
middle.
price to stay lying.
Yeah, yeah. That's why when you was like, we everybody just need to leave it alone because we ain't gonna
Yeah,
never find out. Nah, the more we keep pressing on the issue, when the funds get low and that stomach start growling, Feisty gonna spill them beans. You
but
know.
you know what? I think that's the reason that this blew up like it did because I think she kept saying that Nick is a private person, and I was told that too. So I know that he wanted to remain private, and I can
Right.
understand that because you see how mean these YouTube streets are. They will eat you alive.
Hmm.
And so the whole, interaction with Nick and on the phone with Marcus that day, I noticed that Feisty will switch up to benefit herself, in this situation. So now that she's away from Nick and she really is dependent on Marcus, because even calling him for food and stuff, I mean, if I were in her position, I can kind of understand because I'm not gonna cross the person that gonna feed me because Tragedy ain't got no food for me. I mean, I know it sounds bad, but I mean them facts, right?
Yeah, them big facts. You know, only thing Tragedy doing is helping you eat that pizza. You know. Now hot ass pizza shop they stay in.
Yeah,
And that's gonna run out, you know, because every time they get in that pizza shop, it tells a story, you know,
yeah.
because yeah, because last time Feisty was in they was in the shop, Feisty's shirt was down there off on one side, you
That's what
know,
I heard. I didn't really see that because I don't really watch their lives because, and not
that
because I
damn
don't like
internet
them.
connection.
Well, not just the internet connection, but people be setting them off, and I'm all about my energy and stuff. So if somebody, chat room or whatever, it's like I don't know, if somebody's screaming and hollering. I'm not saying if it's a
Right.
disagreement, I can be in, I be in Troy's world and everything, but I just all that extra hollering and screaming at people because I think did you see it when she punched the phone, her own phone, because
Yeah.
somebody was brought up her kids. I think it was the day of the miscarriage, and I think she was just really
Mm,
upset about that situation. And
yeah.
somebody brought up her kids, and she punched her phone. And
Yeah.
somebody said, "You turn up your own, your own ish."
Yeah, no, I didn't
Yeah,
see that. I watched Grandma live and she said it. She was like, I see them punch the phone, you know.
yeah, she did. She did.
But they steady be reading the bad comments, you know.
And you
And
can't do that.
yeah,
Yeah, you can't.
and one thing I learned is that I don't care how many good comments you get, that bad comment gonna stand out more than all of them.
Exactly.
Frenchie,
But
go ahead.
I was just gonna say I turned it into something interesting. That's why I started doing the opinion alert because I had like this one person, and it's like cool. Anybody is free, even if I don't like what you have to say. That's part of having that interaction or
Right.
that feedback. But it was like, yeah, I don't mind that. But when somebody come at you, it's like you gonna have that. And I think you have to really have thick skin to be a content creator because not everybody is gonna agree with us.
Facts. That's
Yeah.
right. That's right. Just like you have on yours, it's all opinionated. You know,
Yeah.
you know, you got your opinion, but it's mine. You know, Frenchie Syracuse said, "I don't like that she always wearing clothes like that." Facts. You know,
Yeah.
and and I think we all can agree that she looked her best when she was in San Antonio with Nick.
Yeah, she did. She look to me. She looked beautiful. People say, "Ooh, how you going? You must be blind." Feisty ain't beautiful. Feisty has some really good features. I don't know if I'm saying
Mm-hmm.
it right or wrong, but we have to learn how as women to give each other their props. When Feisty is doing well and she's looking healthy, Feisty is beautiful. It's just I think it's the environment. If you're in a toxic environment and you're not eating like you're supposed to, you're not sleeping like you're supposed to, naturally you're gonna look bad.
Right. If she showed her sending $5 to kids, people would try her different.
Yeah, I think so
Yeah,
too.
yeah. And she can't be too ugly if all these dudes want her. You
Um,
know, you got Ant, you got you got Ant, what's the other dude, Trey, who Marcus say be aggravating calling him, trying to aggravate him all the time. You got him, you got Chosen World, you got uh uh Polo,
but
the
I have another perspective on that. This is don't bite your tongue, right?
that's right. Don't bite it.
You said that's right. So I have to give you what I see now. If
Mhm.
Feisty, if you listening, I'm not trying to say it like that, but Marcus was using Feisty for that spicy content, and not all men, would not saying it to be funny, but not all men would go after a woman who is showing herself or portraying herself like Feisty is. So I know from back in the hood where I'm from, St. Louis and East St. Louis and stuff, a lot of the men, if they heard, oh, she do this, man, oh man, she do that real good. Some of them that be the reason.
Mm,
Yeah.
yeah, I see what
Am I?
you're
I mean, I'm
saying.
sorry, I ain't trying to be, shady or nothing, but yeah, I've seen that where men see, hey, she do this on the camera. Oh, did you see how she, did this with Quinn? And so like I said, it's don't bite your tongue, but some of them be like, yeah, what their mouth do. Unfortunately, unfortunately, they be, I feel like they want her for the wrong reasons. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so forgive me,
Yeah.
y'all, if I'm being too raw.
Oh no, hey, you on the right channel for that, because we don't take no sides, we ain't one sided, we speak our
Yeah.
mind, we ain't hurting nobody's feelings, you know. Like Turk say, telling the truth ain't hating.
Right.
Yeah, you speak our mind, you know what I'm saying? Because she needs to hear that, you know,
Yeah,
like
I agree.
yeah, if we in the world and people telling you what you want to hear, you'll never prosper. But with people telling you something you don't want to hear, you ain't gonna like it. But when you get alone and you gonna think about what they said, you're like, maybe they was right,
Exactly.
or I never thought about it like that. Yeah, that's what it's all
Yeah,
about.
because
Man.
my daughters be getting on me because my son grown now, but
Mm-hmm.
my son, when he was little, I always believed that you're supposed to encourage your children when you see that they got some kind of talent.
Right,
And it's true, when my son was little, he couldn't hold no note, but shoot, I was like, "Oh, you sound so good, baby. You need to sing that." You know what I'm saying?
right.
And they was like, "Mom, why you tell him that? Cause he can't sing. Now you got him walking around here singing." And they felt like he was bothering them. It was hurting their ears, but you know how it is. Like you said, you have to tell somebody the truth, and that example was a young child, but Feisty is a grown woman, and I think you're right. She needs to hear it so she can recognize and realize her potential and stop allowing herself to be used in that way. What do you think?
I think you couldn't have said it no better. You know, she got I think all of them got potential.
Exactly. Yeah. What do you think,
And
Frenchie?
yeah, what you think, Frenchie? Did I put this one up? Oh yeah, he said that one already. Yeah.
But yeah, like you said, yeah.
I think Feisty just need to go ahead and just be alone. I think she don't want to be alone, you know. Cause it's like right now at this point, she gonna have to choose,
Yeah.
okay, am I gonna do my own thing and um let Marcus help me, or am I just gonna say F Marcus and roll with tragedy? Because
Yeah.
any day now, you seen like Tone and Tragedy had to be talking, and
Right.
whatever Tragedy was feeling, it rubbed off on Tone because Tone wasn't really on nothing, no F Marcus train
He
like that.
wasn't on that type of time. No, but did you see the video? One of the recent videos where Marcus was interviewing Tragedy, and Tragedy was like, Marcus was like, "What's wrong?" Tragedy was looking at his phone like, "Why Tone hit me up? We don't even talk
Yeah,
like that." Oh, so you saw that? So
yeah,
yeah, he probably did get that energy from Tragedy because yeah, Tone was kind of quiet. He
e-
wasn't jumping up like that in Marcus.
exactly.
Yeah,
And
so
and what I'm saying is he ain't do that until like the last couple videos you seen with Tragedy on it. He been bucking up at Marcus. Like I ain't on your team. Don't put me all in that. I'm just making sure my girl don't get, taken advantage of. I'm just being my girl bodyguard, and it's like Marcus telling them, like what
mhm.
Ant say, Feisty good, but Tragedy just can't come around. And Tragedy like, well, what you mean I can't come around? You don't want me to come around and for me to let y'all try to snake my girl,
Yeah,
behind my back, but you can't. That's
yeah,
where Feisty got to come in at and check people, and that's what's the problem.
yeah.
She ain't checking nobody.
And see, that's what I was saying. Even in the things that's going on, for one, she needs to be accountable for her own things. Because I was thinking in my head, and this is no shade to tragedy, it's just, an analogy. But I was thinking, okay, Feisty, one day you're going to be thinking it's cool for tragedy to, protect you in that way. But then it's going to be like that chihuahua that ran up on a pit bull and tragedy might get hurt. And then what?
Facts.
Right. So
Facts.
it's like she got to learn to stand up and, get aggressive. Hey, tell people back up off me, because I personally believe when it comes down to violence, now you
Mm-hmm.
could tell me if you agree or not, but I personally believe that a dude is quicker to do something to another dude before he'll do something to a woman. You
Mm.
see what I'm saying? So I feel like if Feisty would stand up for herself, even if it's a dude, he ain't gonna be so quick to hit her. You know what I'm saying? But it might go down different with tragedy. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So yeah, that's what I wonder sometimes. It's like, man, they don't look safe.
Exactly. Yeah. Um. Well, I ain't gonna hold it too long, but before we get out of here, I want you to give us the people, shout your channel out, and put your promo out there so people will know where they can find you at and catch up on your Rewind React videos.
Okay, that's what's up. Well, y'all know me as Rewind and React if you've been following my channels. And I'm also on Instagram, but I don't really do too much over there. I'm just starting to use it, but that link is in my YouTube bio. So you can find me on YouTube and also Instagram. Thanks for
Okay, and make
having
sure
me
you.
up, Mafioso.
Oh,
Good
no
show.
doubt, you're always welcome, and we got to keep these. We got to keep these. We got to keep these panels going, and
Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah.
throw your link in the chat. You know what I'm saying, so people can find you and subscribe with you. You know what I'm
I
saying.
wish I could. I don't even know how to do it yet. We know.
me, me neither.
I definitely appreciate it though, But yeah, y'all can find me at Rewind React on YouTube, and my link to Instagram is in my bio. And also, since I done put it out there now, I also have my link to my book site on my
Oh,
YouTube, so it's there too.
no doubt, and I definitely got to get with you on that too.
Okay,
Got
that's what's
got a
up.
network. Oh yeah. So yeah, man, y'all make sure y'all subscribe to the Queen Rewind React. You know what I'm saying? Thank y'all for joining. Your boy, Don't Bite the Tongue tonight, where it's too real for TV, too raw for the radio. Yo, what do y'all think? Y'all think Tone and Marcus gonna link back together? Or y'all think it's over with? Put it in the comment section. I'm out. Don't bite your tongue. Peace.
Don't bite your tongue. Don't bite your tongue. Don't bite your tongue. Don't bite your tongue. Yeah. Don't bite your tongue. Mafioso 803, but you can call me Mafioso. Check out my live reactions. I'ma get my feedback though. Like, comment, subscribe, show some love when you pull up. Come join the Too Real family, cause we be turning it up. We ain't in the street sector, got live interviews. Too raw for TV, too real for the radio. Breaking news, real talk, yeah, you already know. Mafioso 803, now let the whole thing go. Don't bite your tongue. Don't bite your tongue. Don't bite your tongue. Don't bite your tongue. Too real for TV, too raw for the radio.